sometimes parables are important for what they say, and we're not supposed to get messed up and caught up in what they don't say. Sometimes internet discourse goes like this, and we get thrown off. I will say something very innocuous like, I like Rocky Road ice cream. And someone else will chime in and say, but I like chocolate. Okay, I'm just saying I like Rocky Road. And someone else might chime in and say, but I'm allergic to nuts. You must hate people who have nut allergies. Why do you post that you like Rocky Road? How dare you? Right. Again, I'm just saying I like Rocky Road ice cream. That's all I'm saying. Don't read in other things into what I'm saying. They're all kind of connected, but that's not exactly what I was saying and what I said. We have the cultural parable of the tortoise and the hare, right? Very famous story of this rabbit and a turtle that for some reason or other they get in a race. And they start racing, and the tortoise, of course, goes very slowly towards the finish line. And the hare is like, this is great, this is awesome, I'm in a race against the tortoise, this is great. And, fools around and lays down and takes a nap, and the tortoise wins the race. The point of the story isn't really to say, be a tortoise. It's really, don't be a fool, right? That's really the lesson of the tortoise and the hare. It's don't be a fool, you dummy. And so it is in this story. Sometimes we read this story, this parable that Jesus tells us, and he tells it. Jesus told his disciples this parable. He's not telling a historical account. He's teaching them a moral lesson. And the lesson, sometimes we read it and we're like, well, why didn't they just share? Couldn't they have shared the oil with each other? Wouldn't that have been the Christian thing to do, is to share? Yes, it would have. But the parable isn't about sharing. Jesus has other parables for talking about sharing. This one is about something else. It's be ready, for you don't know the day or the hour. So be prepared. This parable is about being prepared, not sharing. Jesus is in favor of sharing too. But today we are called to focus on preparing ourselves. Preparing ourselves ultimately, not just to meet our Maker, but to meet at the end of our life. But we can meet our Maker now. We're about to meet our Maker right now. Jesus is going to present himself here and make himself really and truly present before us and offer himself to us in common union, and we will be called to offer ourselves to him in common union as we say amen and receive him and unite ourselves to him. And so whatever it is that you need to do this morning at 8:30 in the morning, 8:42, whatever it is, to prepare yourself to make that yes, to make that amen, to unite yourself to God, do it. Whatever needs to be cast aside, cast it. Because you are being invited this morning to truly meet your Maker. And sometimes I think we get too caught up in the end of our life portion of that and don't really realize what we're doing in the every Sunday, every day portion of meeting our Maker and being prepared to be one with him. And so today, let's give thanks for this parable in which the Lord reminds us to always be ready, that he will come and he will be prepared to unite himself totally to us. And so make yourself ready to unite yourself totally to him.